Hello, welcome to Rio Rancho Field, Sports Complex Field 2. I'm here with Game of the Week between the Cleveland Storm and the Rio Rancho Rams. I'm here with Rio Rancho Rams coach, Coach Smith. Coach, can you go ahead and elaborate a little bit on your season? Tell us maybe key players, today's games, the offense, defense you run, and what are going to be basically the direction your team's looking to go to today.
I got you. We've been together for 2 years. Last year was pretty rough. It was our pretty much the whole team was a new team, so we had to start with basics and stuff like that. But this year, we're ready. My key players is Joaquin. He's my defensive end. My middle linebackers, Ezra Fisher. Running back is Braden Smith. He got speed. And my quarterback is Elijah Smith. He can read the defense, talented, he's fast. It's a really smart kid. Yeah.
And today we're out here in the rain. You know, it's going to be the elements are going to be in the factor in the game big time, and it's a huge rivalry game.
Yeah.
Anything that you're looking for the other team? Do you know about them?
They're a tough team. They've been together for a while. We're ready, but, I mean, they got a good coach. I mean, we're ready to play. Yeah.
Awesome, Coach. Lastly, I know your boy plays on the team. How is that? How do you separate coaching and being a dad?
It's tough, but I'm on him. He trains a lot. He track, basketball. I mean, he just does everything. So,
awesome.
yeah.
Thank you, Coach. Game of the Week, Field 2. If you're just tuning in, Rio Rancho versus Cleveland. We'll be back in a moment with another interview.
Thank you, guys.
Coach.
Thanks.
This game is sponsored by Dick's Sporting Goods, proud sponsor of the New Mexico Young American Football League Game of the Week. Every season starts at Dick's. This week's Game of the Week is brought to you by Fully Promoted, bringing you branded products and marketing services empowered by embroidery. XL Sports Photography, proud sponsor of the New Mexico Young American Football League Spring Game of the Week for all your sports photography needs. Visit XL Sports Photography. This week's New Mexico Young American Football League's Game of the Week is brought to you by Clarity Financial Group, finding truth in the numbers.
You've got more tasks to do than there are hours in a day.
I'm off.
Okay, we're good to go now, right? I'm here with Cleveland head coach, Coach Roybal, 10U freshman. Coach, tell me how your season's been going.
We're off to a good start. We're 2-0, so very proud of that. Kids have been coming to practice, working hard, so we're on the right track.
Awesome, Coach. Can you tell me some key players today for the game?
That's a tough one there. Start off with the line. We're not too big, but the kids are disciplined and putting good blocks. But overall, led by Cam Diaz, the quarterback, he's taking charge. Evan Begay is one of the biggest player on our team. He's coming along really well. Xavier Montano's been here since we've been 6 years old, so very seasoned group. Happy how it's going.
Awesome, Coach. And any keys to victory today against us? It is a rivalry game. The elements are going on. Game of the week. Tell me about that, Coach.
Just playing disciplined football. Weather's bad, as you can see. Just holding on to the ball. No mistakes. And get out of here with the win is our goal.
Awesome. You heard it from Cleveland Storm head coach, Coach Roybal. We'll be back with you. Game of the week. Thank you, Coach.
This game is sponsored by Dick's Sporting Goods, proud sponsor of the New Mexico Young American Football League Game of the Week. Every season starts at Dick's. This week's Game of the Week is brought to you by Fully Promoted, bringing you branded products and marketing services empowered by embroidery. XL Sports Photography, proud sponsor of the New Mexico Young American Football League Spring Game of the Week. For all your sports photography needs, visit XL Sports Photography. This week's New Mexico Young American Football League's Game of the Week is brought to you by Clarity Financial Group, finding truth in the numbers.
You've got more tasks to do than there are hours in a day. Are you comfortable with that? Being comfortable should never be a chore. This is comfortable. Are you comfortable with that? Being comfortable should never be a chore. This is comfortable.
This game is sponsored by Dick's Sporting Goods, proud sponsor of the New Mexico Young American Football League Game of the Week. Every season starts at Dick's. This week's Game of the Week is brought to you by Fully Promoted, bringing you branded products and marketing services empowered by embroidery. XL Sports Photography, proud sponsor of the New Mexico Young American Football League Spring Game of the Week. For all your sports photography needs, visit XL Sports Photography. This week's New Mexico Young American Football League's Game of the Week is brought to you by Clarity Financial Group, finding truth in the numbers.
You've got more tasks to do than there are hours in a day. Are you comfortable with that? Being comfortable should never be a chore. This is comfortable.
Check. Okay, go. Make sure I'm on red. Mine's on. Check. Okay. Oh, there's the kickoff. Good, yeah. Welcome to today's Game of the Week between Cleveland Storm, Rio Rancho Rams, 10U Freshman Division. Game today is being here, Sports Complex in Rio Rancho, Field 2. Rivalry teams here. Cleveland coach Mark Roybal stated pregame in his interview that he had some key players that have been playing together for a long time. Rio Rancho Coach Smith states his team has came around. He's a second-year coach, and it makes to be a good one. Stand by, Coach. Game of the Week. Cleveland Storm will have the ball on the first drive. Ball at the 40-yard line. Cleveland breaks the huddle. 2 running back set. Diaz at quarterback. Nafis at running back. There's a snap. Looks like a halfback stretch to the left side. And he cuts right. And he's brought down in the backfield. Brought down by Rio Rancho's number 22. Joachim Portillo on the tackle there. 3-yard loss. Bring up 2nd down and 15 here for Cleveland. Cleveland breaking the huddle, staying in the jumbo set. Looks like trips to the right. There's a snap. It's a fumble on the ground. And he bobbled the snap, and he's down where there was no contact. It's going to be 3rd down and 17 here for Cleveland. Cleveland hurries to the line. Looks like they'll be in gun. To direct snap to number 10. And that's Nolan Nafis. And he's met immediately in the backfield by number 10 from Rio Rancho. In on the tackle. Number 10 for Rio Rancho, Ezra Fisher from his linebacker position. We're going to have 4th down and long here for Cleveland. Cleveland breaks the huddle. Looks like they'll continue to be in the gun set. Could be a punt here. There's the snap to Evan Begay. He keeps it. Let's keep it to the outside. He breaks free. He's down the sideline. And there he goes, Evan Begay with the long touchdown run on 4th down and long, putting Cleveland up 6, Rio Rancho 0. And Begay broke to the outside, cut to the left, and he was gone. And Rio Rancho had them on a long 4th down and about 18. But Evan Begay, as he's done the last few years, breaks free to the left and scores for the Storm touchdown, making it 6-0, extra point momentarily. Cleveland breaks the huddle. Got Nafis and Montano in the backfield. Montano looks like he'll be at the quarterback. There's a snap. Montano, it's a keeper. Cuts up, and he's in. That makes the Storm 7, Rio Rancho 0. We'll be back in a moment, folks. Game of the week.
This game is sponsored by Dick's Sporting Goods, proud sponsor of the New Mexico Young American Football League Game of the Week. Every season starts at Dick's. This week's Game of the Week is brought to you by...
If you're just tuning in, Game of the Week, Week 3 out here, Rio Rancho Field 2, a rivalry game, Cleveland Storm versus your Rio Rancho Rams. If you're just tuning in, Cleveland just scored a long touchdown, helped by Evan Begay on a QB carry, 60 yards. Then they punched in the extra point with Montano with a run up the middle, making it 7-0. Cleveland kicking off here, back deep. It looks like an onside kick, and it's fielded great there. That coverage there was by number 26 from Rio Rancho, Ashton Abrams there on the coverage. Check that, number 36, Eli Duarte there on the onside kick recovery. It'll be 1st down and 10 for Rio Rancho Rams on the 43-yard line. Number 8 from Rio Rancho, Elijah Smith running the play into his troops. Rio Rancho breaks the huddle. Ooh. Rio Rancho will be in the jumbo set as well. Fullback in the backfield with the running back, Smith at quarterback. There's a snap. It's a fumble on the ground. Smith picks it up. Breaks through the outside. Smith cuts to the left. There he goes. Smith to the outside. He cuts in. Cuts outside. Nice, tough run there. He did fumble the ball, picked it up, reversed sidelines, made a nice one-cut play there. And it looks like about a 7-yard gain there for the QB keeper there by Elijah Smith, making it 2nd down and 3 here for the Rams. In on that tackle for Cleveland there was number 5, Jace Sidabaka. Rio Rancho comes out with that big O-line. At quarterback now for Rio Rancho is number 4, Brandon Smith. No relation between the Smiths in the backfield. Looks like a tackle overset here for Rio Rancho. There's a snap. Looks like a QB keeper to the right, and he's caught immediately in the backfield, taken down by number 0, Evan Begay, coming from the linebacking position. Huge tackle for loss there, making it 3rd and 7 here for Rio Rancho. Rio Rancho breaking the huddle again. They'll continue to be in the heavy set to the left. Smith in the backfield along with Smith at quarterback. There's a snap. It's a fumble snap. Looks like a QB keeper. He fumbles it again on the ground, picked up by a lineman. And he's moving and he's brought down. Loss of yardage on the fumble snap. Rio Rancho did recover the ball, but that's going to bring up a 4th down and 10, so they're back to their original line of scrimmage here. Looks like we're going to have a timeout from the Rio Rancho Rams. We'll be back in a moment, folks. Game of the week.
This game is sponsored by Dick's Sporting Goods, proud sponsor of the New Mexico Young American Football League Game of the Week. Every season starts at Dick's. This week's Game of the Week is brought to you by Fully Promoted, bringing you branded products and marketing services empowered by embroidery. XL Sports Photography, proud sponsor of the New Mexico Young American Football League Spring.
We're back live. Game of the week, Rio Rancho Sports Complex. Field 2, rivalry game, Cleveland Storm versus Rio Rancho Rams. If you're just tuning in, we're here late in the first quarter. It's 7-0 Cleveland Storm. It is 4th down for the Rio Rancho Rams here. They break the huddle. Receiver to the left, one to the right. It is 4th down and 10 here. Big play. Smith calling his cadence. He's going to go under center. There's the motion with Smith from the backfield. It's a fumble on the ground. It's picked up by Smith, and that'll be a turnover on downs off that fumble. And it's going to be 1st down and 10 Cleveland. Ball on the 40-yard line. 1st down and 10. Cleveland breaks the huddle, coming quick to the line. Wearing all white, the powdered blue. Diaz at quarterback. Looks like a sweep to the right to Big A, and he's met in the backfield. Brought down. Great tackle there. So the positivity there for the Rams. And he's brought down by number 26 from the Rams. Ashton Abrams in the backfield for a loss of 3. Looks like we're going to have a penalty here. Looks like it's going to be about 2nd and 11. Looks like they waved the penalty off. Declined. Cleveland out in the tight set. Trips to the left. Begay, Nafis in the backfield. Diaz at quarterback. This time Nafis is at quarterback. Looks like a wildcat. There's a snap. Nafis is going to keep it. Gets to the outside. He's got some speed. And he's brought down after about a 3-yard gain. Tackled there by number 8 from Rio Rancho, Elijah Smith. So the quarterback doing some defensive work from the safety position corner. It's going to be 3rd down and about 8 here for Cleveland. My feet. Cleveland in the gun set. Nafis at quarterback. Or Montano, check that. Montano at quarterback. He breaks out to the left side. He breaks the tackle down the sideline. Touchdown, Cleveland. Touchdown made there by number 10. Check that, number 2 for the touchdown, which is Montano Xavier. Same thing they kind of did with Begay on the last drive. They did a wildcat. They went to the left side, followed their blockers, and they punched it in, making the score 13-0. Extra point will be coming in momentarily. Cleveland breaking the huddle immediately. At quarterback here, Diaz. Gets the snap. He's going to keep it. Looks like QB keeper. And Diaz sneaks in, making that score 14-0 Cleveland Storm. We'll be back in a moment, folks. Game of the week.
For all your sports photography needs, visit XL Sports Photography. This week's New Mexico Young American Football League's Game of the Week is brought to you by Clarity Financial Group, finding truth in the numbers.
We're back from our break here. If you're just tuning into this game of the week, Field 2 Sports Complex located in Rio Rancho, New Mexico. We have a score of Cleveland Storm, 10U freshmen, 14, Rio Rancho Rams 0. And the 2 touchdowns to recap. First touchdown was 60-yard run by Evan Begay. The next touchdown was a 50-yard run there by Xavier Montano. Both Wildcat quarterback positions. Extra points punched in by Edwin Diaz, the quarterback. And kicking off, number 5, J.C. Tabaka. And it's a kick down the field that's recovered. Picked up by number 4, Smith. And he's brought down by number 2, Xavier Montano. It'll be first down and 10, Rio Rancho. Ball on the 34-yard line. Number 8, quarterback Smith, running the play to his teammates. They break the huddle. Let's see if Rio Rancho here can have a solid drive and punch it in. Looks like they're going to have I formation to the left. Looks like a QB keeper with Smith. He gets a block to the outside, cuts upfield. Gets about a 3-yard gain there, making it 2nd and 7 on the QB keeper by Elijah Smith, the quarterback. And with that whistle from the White Hat, we're going to have end of the first quarter. We'll be back here in a moment, folks. Game of the week.
You've got more tasks to do than there are hours in a day. Are you comfortable with that? Being comfortable should never be a chore.
We're back live, game of the week here, beginning the second quarter. If you're just tuning in, it's the Cleveland Storm 14, Rio Rancho Rams 0 right now. Beginning of the second quarter, and looks like we have a penalty here. Looks like encroachment on Cleveland, making it 2nd and about 4 for Rio Rancho. So some positivity here for the Rams. Rio Rancho breaks the huddle. They'll continue to be in that tight jumbo set, I formation backfield. There's a snap. Smith takes the handoff. Looks like a handoff up the middle to number 22, and he's met in the backfield. Number 22, Joachim Portillo on the carry. And he's up with a gain of 0 there. It's going to be 3rd down and about 3 for the Rams. Rio Rancho breaking the huddle. They're going to have trips to the right, tight. Looks like 2 wingbacks and a tight end or a bunch set. There it is. It looks like Smith's going to keep it on the outside. He gets a stiff arm. He's met immediately in the backfield. Gang tackles there by the Storm. Brought down, initiate number 10, Nolan Nafis from his cornerback position. Also number 18 from Cleveland, Ethan Roy Ball in on the tackle. That's going to bring up 4th and 11 for the Rams on the huge loss. Rio Rancho breaks the huddle. Let's see what they'd like to do. Smith in the backfield. Motions the other Smith across face. There's a snap. It looks like we're going to have a penalty flag on the play. You're going to have offsides on the Storm here, which will bring up about a 4th and 6 for the Rams here. The Rams break the huddle, come to the line. Their last play, it looked like on 4th down, they looked like they were going to do a rollout pass to see if they're going to try and go back to that. There's the motion from Smith, cross face from Smith. There's a snap. It looks like a QB keeper. Smith breaks free, he's got some speed at outside. A great effort there, but he's met immediately at about the 37-yard line by gang tacklers there by number 4, Camden Diaz on the tackle, along with number 23, Caden Sanchez. And that's going to be turnover on downs. First down Storm here in this second quarter. Cleveland breaking the huddle, running to the line immediately. Diaz, Montano in the backfield. Along with number 2, Montano. Diaz fumbles, but he picks it up, recovers. He cuts and he's brought down by the Rams, swarming D. Brought down by number 22 for the Rams. Joaquin Portillo in on the tackle, along with number 42, Khalil Kasana. Bringing up 2nd and about 11. The Storm break the huddle. Roy Ball, Diaz, Begay to the right. Montano in the backfield. Nafis blocks on the outside. He cuts up and he's brought down. Great open field tackle there by number 4 from the Rams, Braden Smith. From the cornerback in position, he came down. It's going to be 3rd down and 10 here. Cleveland breaks the huddle. Diaz at quarterback. Evan Begay in the backfield. There's a sweep to Begay. He breaks the tackle. Breaks free to the right. He's knocked out of bounds, but gains 11 yards on the first down. And they went to old reliable Evan Begay with a sweep to the right. First down, Storm. Into the game now for the Rams, number 18, Dominic Benavidez. And number 14, Exodus Lopez. First down and 10. Nafis at quarterback. Looks like a keeper to the left. He's going to roll out to the right, left. Breaks free and he's brought down. Tackle there made by number 22 from the Rams, Joaquin Portillo on the tackle. Bringing up 2nd down and 8. Cleveland breaks the huddle. Montano at quarterback now. So we've seen Montano, Begay, Nafis, and Diaz all at quarterback today. Montano keeps it to the right. Cuts to the outside, and he's brought down in the backfield again. Once again by linebacker number 22, Joaquim Portillo, in on the tackle. Big calling his name for the Rams. He's been in on almost every tackle. It's going to be third down here and about 6. Cleveland breaks the huddle. Nafis Diaz in the backfield. Diaz motions to the right. There's a snap to Nafis. He keeps it, cuts upfield, and he's brought down after about a 2-yard gain. Tackled by looks like number 46 or 36, Eli Duarte from the Rams. Nose tackle position. Cleveland breaks the huddle. Diaz, Nafis in the backfield again. Diaz by himself this time. There's a snap. Diaz looks like a end around to Begay, and he's brought down. Great defensive scheme coverage there by number 19 from the Rams. And that's going to be first down, Rio Rancho. Turnover on downs there on that reverse. Rio Rancho breaking the huddle. This is a huge drive for them. If you're just tuning in, the score is Cleveland 14, Rio Rancho 0. It's been a storm day out here, even with this weather. There it is, Smith, the QB keeper to the right. He cuts up, and he's met down after about a 2-yard gain. Tackled there by number 10, Nolan Nafis, and 00, Evan Begay. Also, Edwin Diaz in on the tackle as well for the assist. It's going to be second and about 7 here for the Rams. It looks like we're going to have a timeout. Rio Rancho will be back in a moment, folks. Game of the week.
This is comfortable.
We're back from that Rio Rancho timeout. It's late here in the second quarter. It's been a rainy one, windy one out here. Rio Rancho Sports Complex, Field 2, rivalry game. Cleveland Storm versus Rio Rancho Rams. Rio Rancho quarterback Smith in the gun. There's the snap. Looks like to be a throw. Throws to the outside, and it's intercepted by number 2 from Cleveland, Xavier Montano, in on that interception. Smith rolled to the left, tried to throw it up, and I believe the wetness of the ball there affected his throw. And like I said, it's been a storm kind of day today. It's going to be first down in Cleveland here late in this second quarter. Ball on the 25-yard line. Cleveland running to the line of scrimmage quickly. Begay to the left, Montano to the left, Diaz to the left. In the backfield now, number 26. And looks like a direct snap. He's going to keep it. Gets to the outside, and he's brought down, met by Mo Smiths on the tackle, along with number 22, Portillo. Cleveland. Looks like we're going to have a timeout here, folks. Game of the week. We're back from that Cleveland Storm timeout here late in the second quarter. In the backfield is Diaz and Montano. 26, Joshua Pierce to the right. There's a snap, looks like a sweep to Montano. Tries to get to the outside. Great open field tackle there from his corner position by corner number 4, Braden Smith on the tackle. We're going to have another timeout here by Cleveland. We'll be back in a moment from the commercial break. We're back from that second timeout from Cleveland Storm. Here late in the second quarter. Looks like 3rd and about 11 here for the Storm. Nafis in the backfield. It's a direct snap to the left. Nafis cuts. There he goes, Nafis down the sideline. And he's tackled down after a great 20-yard gain there, putting the Storm in the red zone late here in this second quarter. We're going to have another timeout here. Cleveland using their final timeout. We'll be back in a moment from the break, folks.
This game is sponsored by Dick's Sporting Goods, proud sponsor of the New Mexico Young American Football League Game of the Week. Every season starts at Dick's. This week's Game of the Week is brought to you by Fully Promoted, bringing you branded products and marketing services empowered by embroidery. XL Sports Photography, proud sponsor of the New Mexico Young.
We're back after Cleveland's third straight timeout after they're following their play. They are in the red zone coming off a huge 20-yard run from Nolan Nafis. Diaz in the backfield in the gun set. Ball on the 5-yard line. It's a direct snap. Diaz trying to come. Oh, and he's brought down hard in the backfield. Tackle made there by number 8 from the Rams. Elijah Smith darted in on the blitz package from his linebacking position and made a tackle. Huge tackle there. It's going to be 2nd and about 8 here after the 3-yard loss. Cleveland trying to hurry to the line. They are out of timeouts. They're going to go jumbo to the left. It's a snap direct to Nolan Nafis. Smith trying to chase in the background. Waiting for the ref cat. Was that a touchdown? And that was a touchdown there by Nolan Nafis, putting Cleveland up 20-0 late here in this second quarter. They hurry to the line. Montano in the backfield. There's a snap. Montano cuts right, and he's going to punch in the extra point, putting Cleveland up 21-0. And that's going to be halftime. We'll be back in a moment. Game of the week.
Football League Spring Game of the Week for all your sports photography needs. Visit XL Sports Photography. This week's New Mexico Young American Football League's Game of the Week is brought to you by Clarity Financial Group, finding truth in the numbers.
You've got more tasks to do than there are hours in a day. Are you comfortable with that? Being comfortable should never be a chore. This is comfortable.
This game is sponsored by Dick's Sporting Goods, proud sponsor of the New Mexico Young American Football League Game of the Week. Every season starts at Dick's. This week's Game of the Week is brought to you by Fully Promoted, bringing you branded products and marketing services empowered by Embroidery. XL Sports Photography, proud sponsor of the New Mexico Young American Football League Spring Game of the Week. For all your sports photography needs, visit XL Sports Photography. This week's New Mexico Young American Football League's Game of the Week is brought to you by Clarity Financial Group, finding truth in the numbers.
We're back here tuning in, second half, Game of the Week, Field 2, Rio Rancho Sports Complex between rivalries, Rio Rancho Rams and the Cleveland Storm. If you're just tuning in, it's been a Storm kind of day with Storm up 21, Rio Rancho 0. The Storm will be receiving the second half. Nafis in the backfield to return the kick with the up back along with number 2, Xavier Montano. Kicking off for the Rams. Looks like number 22, Portillo, and it's a nice kick. Nafis returns it. Nafis cuts to the outside, gets a stiff arm, and he's still fighting for yardage, and he's brought down. Tackle made there by number 6 from the Rams, Joa Lopez. It'll be first down and 10 Cleveland, ball on the 38-yard line. And to recap the first half, we saw a heavy dose from Cleveland in the Wildcat package between Begay, Nafis, and Montano, along with Diaz. I'm sure they'll stick with that here in this second half. Cleveland breaking the huddle. They will stay in the jumble set. Nafis in the backfield as the quarterback. There's a snap. It is a jet sweep to the left to Nafis, who cuts up. Nafis breaks a tackle. Stiff arm. Nice tough run there by Nolan Nafis. And it looks like we might have a flag on the play. Looks like it's going to be a holding call. Blocking the back by Cleveland. That'll negate the long run. It'll be Rudu down. First down and long here for Cleveland. It's going to be first and about 20 here for the Storm after that block in the back penalty. In the backfield for the Storm is Xavier Montano at quarterback this time. There's a snap. Montano keeps it, goes to the right. Looks like we're going to have another penalty here. Looks like maybe holding. And he breaks it. Montano broke 4 tackles, got to the outside, and he's tackled there by Smith, negating the long run. But I'm believing it's going to be another holding call here on Cleveland. Holding on Cleveland. That's going to make this first and 30 on that holding call. And the White Hats marching the ball back all the way back to the 20. So Cleveland started with the ball on the 40-yard line. It was first and 10, and now it's first and 30 here for the Storm after a block in the back penalty and a holding penalty. Cleveland breaking the huddle. At quarterback this time is Diaz. Running back is Begay. I'm going to call, I believe it's going to be a sweep to the right, and it is a sweep. There it is to Evan Begay, who breaks to the right. Breaks some tackles, gets about 9 yards, bringing up a second and about 31. Second and 21 here for the Storm. Cleveland breaking the huddle. This time it looks like Nafis will be in the backfield in this Wildcat set. There's the snap. Nafis is going to keep it, tries to get to the outside. Great pursuit here for the Rams, and he's brought down. Huge gang tackle there. Number 18, number 10, number 8, number 26, and number 4 all in on the tackle. Braden Smith, Ashton Abrams, Joakim Portillo, and number 18, Dominic Benavidez in on the tackle. In the game now for the Rams, number 40, Dylan Bilstein. It's going to be third down and about 25 here for the Storm. We're going to have a false start penalty here on the Storm. Loss of 5, bringing up 3rd and 31 here for the Storm. So the Storm have really shot themselves in the foot starting out this second half. They've had 2 back-to-back penalties, a block in the back, a holding, and then a huge loss. And then now a false start penalty. We're going to have 3rd and 31 here for the Storm. In the backfield is number 10, Nafis, who's going to keep it to the right. Jet sweep to the right, throws a stiff arm, breaks a tackle. And he's brought down again in the backfield. Gang tacklers there by number 14, Exodus Lopez on the tackle from his cornerback position, along with number 22, Joakim Portillo again. 4th down and about 26 here for the Storm. In the backfield now for the Storm, number 7, Montano, Ivan Moreno. There's the kick from Moreno. It's a punt. It's a short one. It's fumbled on the ground, but Rio Rancho recovers. Recovered by number 6 from the Rams, Joa Lopez. And Rio Rancho's going to be set up in good field position. Ball on the 35-yard line, coming off a huge defensive stand here in this second half in the third quarter. Smith running his play in. The Rams break the huddle. Smith at quarterback. There's a snap. Smith's going to keep it to the right. Looks like a face mask on that play, and it is going to be a face mask there on Cleveland. And that should be an automatic first down. And that is going to be the call. Face mask on Cleveland. Personal foul. That should be an automatic first down again. 15 yards from the spot. One. And another turn of events there. Ball will be now on the 32-yard line for the Rams. So it's a 10-yard penalty, not a 15. So we'll be back in a moment, folks. Game of the week. Back here, Rams are coming off of a face mask penalty. It's first down and about 6. There's the snap. Nice cut there by Smith on the QB keeper. Nice tough run. Gets about 2 yards. Bringing up a 2nd and 3 here for the Rams. Smith runs the plays in for the Rams. 2nd down and 2, 2nd down and 3 here. Ball is on the 29-yard line. There's a snap. It's a high one. It's on the ground. Portillo picks it up, but he's met immediately in the backfield, taken down by number 7 from Cleveland on the blotch snap, Ivan Moreno. And that's going to be third down and long now, third down and about 17 for the Rams. They did have 2nd and 2, but after that blotched snap, third down and 17. We'll be back in a moment. Game of the week.
You've got more tasks to do than there are hours in a day. Are you comfortable with that?
We're back coming in from that injury timeout. Good to see the player up. It's going to be third down and 18 here for the Rams. If you're just tuning in, this is Game of the Week. Cleveland Storm versus Rio Rancho Rams, Field 2, Rio Rancho Sports Complex. And it's been a stormy one out here all day. The score, Storm 21, Rio Rancho 0. Smith in the backfield in the gun. Sends Smith in motion. There's a snap. It's going to be a QB to the right. Smith cuts. Cuts to the left. Cuts to the right again. Cuts to the outside. Nice move here by Smith. Great run there by Smith. Made a play. Nothing out of nothing. Kind of did a circle around. Looked like a little bit of a Lamar Jackson play there. It's going to be third down and about 7 here. Fourth down and 7 here for the Rams. Great effort there by quarterback Smith. Huge conversion here for the Rams. They break the huddle with their big old line. Smith in the gun position with Smith next to him. Portillo motions to the left. Number 6, Jonah Lopez in motion 2. There it is. So it looks like a QB keeper up the middle to Smith. And he's brought down just about 2 yards shy. And that's going to be change of possession here for Cleveland. First down Storm on that defensive stand, brought down by number 18 from Cleveland, Ethan Roybal. And that looks like it's going to be here the end of the third quarter. If you're just tuning in, Cleveland 21, Rio Rancho 0. Fourth quarter coming up here in a moment. Be back, Game of the Week.
Should never be a chore. This is comfortable.
We're back here, start of the fourth quarter, Game of the Week, Rio Rancho Sports Complex, Field 2. Huge rivalry here in this town, Sandoval County, between Cleveland Storm and the Rio Rancho Rams. Cleveland will have the ball here. There's the snap, Diaz, direct snap to Montano, and he's met in the backfield. It breaks some tackles, Montano, and he tried to break about 4 or 5 tackles, but still was met, brought down by number 4 from Rio Rancho, Braden Smith. And on that tackle, along with number 22, once again, Joachim Portillo. And that's going to be 2nd and 8 here for the Storm. Ball is on the 23-yard line. The Storm are breaking the huddle. Diaz at quarterback. Nafis Begay to the right. There's a snap. Diaz is going to keep it to the outside, tries to cut up. Cut left. Nice move there by Edwin Diaz, the quarterback. Breaks free with some speed. Nice run there by quarterback Diaz. He reversed fields, went to the left, made a nice one cut, got to the outside, making it a huge 18-yard run for Cleveland. First down, Storm. Tackle made there by the Rams, number 10. Ezra Fisher in on that tackle. Into the game now, number 36 for the Rams. Eli Duarte. Diaz in the gun position again. There's the snap. It looks like an end around to Begay, who breaks to the outside, breaks a couple tackles. First down, Storm, brought down by number 22 from the Rams, Joachim Portillo. Also in on that tackle, number 30 from the Rams, Luciano Quintana. Cleveland first down in the backfield now. Looks like Montano, direct snap to the right. They get to the outside and he's met fumble, but it goes into Begay's hands. Fumble again, picked up by the Rams. Great tackle there, forced fumble by number 22, Joachim Portilla. Stripped the ball, and it was recovered there by number 6 from the Rams, Joa Lopez. First down and 10 Rams, and the Rams still have fight. Ball will be on the 12-yard line. First down, Rio Rancho. And that was a huge play. It was a direct snap to the right. We've seen the Storm do it all game. He came around the side, and this time the defender, Portillo, who called his name all day, stripped the ball. Begay picked it up, but then fumbled it again, and Jonah Lopez with the recovery. First down and 10 here for the Rams. Coming out in the I formation set. Smith in the backfield, Portillo at fullback. There's the handoff to Portillo up the middle. Nice, tough run. Gets about 6 yards there. Making it 2nd and 4, 2nd and 5 here for the Rams in this fourth quarter. Smith running the play in. He breaks the huddle. They're going to be in that tight set. Smith at quarterback, Smith in the backfield, Portillo at fullback. There's a snap. It's a QB keeper to Smith to the right. He's been in the backfield, breaks a tackle. Brought down there by number 2, Xavier Montano, and 00, Evan Begay. And that's going to be a gain of 0 here. 3rd down and 5 for the Rams in this fourth quarter. Smith running the play in. The Rams are breaking the huddle. Looks like number 4, Smith with the carry, cuts up. And he's running hard. It looks like it's going to be a first down Rams. On the carry from Smith, number 4, Braden Smith. Got a 5-yard tough run there. Ball will be on the 22-yard line. First down and 10 Rams. Rams break the huddle. Smith at quarterback. Smith at running back. Fullback Portillo. I formation set. There's the snap. looks like maybe a 1 yard gain there. The carry there by number 22, Joachim Portillo. 2nd down and 9 here for the Rams. The Rams break the huddle. The center wiping the ball off due to the wetness out here. It's been a rainy one all game. There's the snap. It's a fumble snap. Let's see. Looks like Cleveland recovered the ball on the block snapped due to these elements. Recovered by number 26 from the Storm, Joshua Purse. That's going to be 1st down and 10 Storm here in this 4th quarter. And if you're tuning in late in this game of the week here in Rio Rancho Field 2 Sports Complex, it's been all Storm, 21, Rams 0. Cleveland coming to the line of scrimmage. Looks like number 26, new player in the backfield, Joshua Purse. And it's a fumble snap. He gets on it immediately. Bringing it up 2nd and about 14-13 here for Cleveland on that fumble snap. And like I've said this whole game, the elements have been huge with this rain. 2-minute warning here late in this 4th quarter. We're going to have a tight set to the right for the Storm. It's a direct snap. It's a keeper with Montano who cuts out, cuts to the left side, breaks free down the sideline. Touchdown, Storm. Direct snap, Wildcat play there by Xavier Montano, number 2 from the Storm, who broke free to the left, cut to the outside and scored, making it Cleveland 27, Rio Rancho 0. We'll be back in a moment, folks. Game of the week. We're back coming off that injury timeout. Cleveland just came off a 30-yard Xavier Montano touchdown run, making it 27-0. They are attempting their extra point here. Diaz in the backfield. Motions across. Number 5, Sita Baca. Be doing some substitutions here. Into the game now. Number 30 from the Rams, Luciano Quintana. The Stormer in the gun set. Diaz in the backfield. Looks like a direct snap to Diaz outside. He cuts left, cuts right, throws a stiff arm, gets to the outside. And he's brought down by some Rams Storm tacklings. Tackle by number 36, Eli Duarte on the tackle, along with number 6 from the Rams, Joa Lopez. And that extra point's going to be no good. It's going to be Cleveland 27, Rams 0. We'll be back. Another injury timeout. Like 5 minutes ago. No, I'm just kidding.
This game is sponsored by Dick's Sporting Goods, proud sponsor of the New Mexico Young American Football League Game of the Week. Every season starts.
We're back here. Game of the Week, Field 2, Rio Rancho Sports Complex. We're coming off another Cleveland Storm touchdown. Extra point was not good. The score is Cleveland 27, Rio Rancho Rams 0. It's been a storm day today. We're here late in this fourth quarter with about a minute 30 left. Cleveland Storm will be kicking off. Sita Baca kicks it deep. It's a wobbler down the sideline, and Cleveland gets the ball back off of the blotched, fumbled snap from the kick return. Ball on the 30-yard line. First down, Storm. These elements have been super tricky today with this ball. A lot of wind, a lot of rain out here. The Storm break the huddle. They'll continue to be in that Wildcat set. Purse in the backfield. He gets a snap. Looks like a keeper to the right. Purse cuts out, cuts left, gets outside, and he's brought down by number 10, Ezra Fisher. Second down and 8 here for the Storm. We have 1 minute and ticking down here. Please stand by for the Game of the Week for the game player coach interviews for player of the game. Storm break the huddle. Wildcat position. Purse in the backfield. Begay Nafis to the left. There's a direct snap. Purse breaks to the outside. And he's met immediately by number 8, Smith, on the tackle. And we're ticking down here to the last final minutes. Game of the Week. Like I said, please stand by for player interviews. Third down here for the Storm. And the White Hat will be grabbing the ball. That'll be the end of regulation game with the Cleveland Storm out here at Rio Rancho Field 2 Sports Complex in their home field, winning 27, Rams 0. Stand by for player interview. Okay.
This week's Game of the Week is brought to you by Fully Promoted, bringing you branded products and marketing services empowered by embroidery. XL Sports Photography, proud sponsor of the New Mexico Young America Football League Spring Game of the Week. For all your sports photography needs, visit XL Sports Photography. This week's New Mexico Young America Football League's Game of the Week is brought to you by Clarity Financial Group, finding truth in the numbers.
You've got more tasks to do than there are hours in a day. Are you comfortable with that? Being comfortable should never be a chore. This is comfortable.
I'm here, Game of the Week, Field 2, Cleveland versus Rio Rancho. I'm here with player of the game, Mr. Evan Begay. Evan, tell me about your game today, buddy.
It was a good game. We had a lot of fumbles because it's cold out here. Yeah.
I've been watching Mr. Evan Begay for the past few years now. He's the heart and soul of the Cleveland Storm. It's been awesome watching you play. Evan does everything. Plays linebacker, running back, quarterback, tight end. I believe he's won a Super Bowl, have you?
Yeah.
Yeah, they won a Super Bowl. They've been in the Super Bowl every year. Mr. Begay, tell me, what are the keys for your team, the coaches? You want to thank anybody?
I want to thank Coach Mark. I want to thank one of our past coaches, Coach Denny. Helped me out a lot. Coach Matt helps me on defense. And Coach Johnny. Coach Johnny helps me out. Yeah, a lot.
All right, Evan, last thing, okay? It's 4th down. You want the ball. What play call do you look for?
Blitzes.
Blitzes? So you love defense more than offense?
Yeah.
That's awesome. So you heard it here from yourself, Mr. Evan Begay. We'll be watching you all year, Mr. Begay. I'll be watching you in the fall as well. Player of the Week, Cleveland Storm, Evan Begay. Go Storm. Thank you, buddy. Evan.
This game is sponsored by Dick's Sporting Goods, proud sponsor of the New Mexico Young American Football League Game of the Week. Every season starts at Dick's. This week's Game of the Week is brought to you by Fully Promoted, bringing you branded products and marketing services empowered by embroidery. XL Sports Photography, proud sponsor of the New Mexico Young American Football League Spring Game of the Week. For all your sports photography needs, visit XL Sports Photography. This week's New Mexico Young American Football League's Game of the Week is brought to you by Clarity Financial Group, finding truth in the numbers.